Take time to slow down, gather your thoughts, get your priorities straight. Sometimes we just get so caught up in the day-to-day, like quick living, like, you know, routine's good sometimes, but it can be bad when you get in the same monotonous routine, same way of thinking. Change of place causes a change of pace and perspective. That's what I needed. This last week helped me a lot to get my priorities straight. I knew I needed it. And for me, like going up north to the cabin up north has always been kind of a place for that. It's quiet. Not a lot of external noise, not too much movement, just a lot of, you know, quiet time to gather your thoughts, and you got to be intentional about it. Like I was making a good amount of money in June and May and even this month, but that just caused me to like get comfortable and spend money on things that I probably shouldn't have been if we're talking about long-term planning. It just wasn't smart, like buying $300 worth of shots at a bar. And it's fun, like, you know, it's still funny stories, and I'm not one to live uptight at all, but it comes a point where, you know, order and discipline is important, and having your shit together and your priorities straight is true peace of mind. You know, I kind of felt all over the place. I felt like I was kind of behind on shit, like, you know, emails I haven't read, or text messages, or calls I haven't got back to, or stuff on my calendar that I haven't got to. But now, like, I'm not going to go too much in the weeds, but, you know, now I've looked at my finances, I'm looking at my credit, like I'm trying to, you know, help build my credit up. I took on a little too much debt. I paid all that off on credit cards and stuff, and I know that the priority right now is to get this house refinanced. So it's like tunnel vision. It's like you got to first figure out what the priority is, because I was all over the place. I was thinking I'm wholesaling real estate. I want to do rentals. I want to do a clothing brand. I want to do YouTube. I want to do a podcast. I want to do education for wholesaling. I want to do it all. But sometimes you got to slow down to speed up. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna cut back a little bit on the partying, and, you know, I'm gonna try to fish more, and, you know, just try to get a little bit more white noise in my life, and listen to my thoughts more, and get my shit together, because that's the responsible thing to do. And not just doing it because it's responsible, but doing it because I don't have a choice. Like, if we're going in the weeds on refinancing a house, when you don't have a W-2 and you barely have 2 years of tax returns, you are forced. So basically I'm doing a DSCR, debt service coverage ratio refinance, and I was told that I was going to get 70% LTV, loan to value, for the properties, which means if the property's worth 180, I would get 70% of that. I bought the property for 130, and now they're saying, based on the debt service coverage ratio and my credit score, that they're only going to give me 57%, which means that I might only get 108 or 110 or whatever, which means that I would need to cover about anywhere from 20 to 40K, depending on what that final LTV is and what the appraisal is. So it's a little bit stressful when you know that you might have to come out of pocket $20,000 to $40,000. So yeah, it's just like I don't really have a choice but to focus up. And they say, like, you know, pressure makes diamonds, and I was not under a lot of pressure the last couple of months, and I got a little, I wouldn't even say soft, just comfortable. And, you know, now I feel some pressure, and not just money-wise, not just with the house, but, you know, just having priorities straight. Like I need to prioritize both my finances, but more importantly, my relationships with family. Friends, and just people in my life, and show people that I appreciate them, and quit talking so much shit. And that's something that I've kind of been known for. I mean, I'll talk my shit, but that's not even me doing it out of any hateful way. I think that's just kind of, the high school and stuff, that's how it was, that's how we grew up. Like, you talk your shit, and sometimes it's funny, and I'm still gonna talk my shit because I'm being real, I'm being honest, and it's funny. But if it becomes to a point where it's really harming relationships, it's just gotta ease back a little bit. So just getting my priorities straight here in the middle of buttfuck Egypt, Nebraska. We ain't even in the sticks. Like, it's one thing to be driving in the middle of nowhere in some sticks, in the woods, but maybe there's some woods over there, but not much. But yeah, it's really Nebraska. But that's it. So get your priorities straight.